Yep, he got me. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and Profab Headers and Exhaust. What is going on, guys? I'm David.
I'm Connor.
I'm Sterling. What's up?
And we got some friends on here with us today. We got our friend that's been on here a few times. We got Tillie Time, Mike Tillie over here, and we got Bob Gardner, the Pink Panther. What's going on, guys?
What's happening, guys?
I don't know.
Not too bad. How about yourself?
I am lovely over here. Lovely. It's about race time for you guys.
Been race time for about 3 weeks now. We've been on the gas.
That's what I'm talking about. I know they've been on the gas, and all of a sudden there's been snow in areas, and ain't none of that come across y'all's way, has it, lately?
No snow, but we're fighting that Illinois weather. 90 degrees 1 week, and then this week it's been 40. So we got to keep our winter wear and our summer wear.
I thought our winter came back today. It was only like 70.
Yeah.
That was cold.
I liked it.
That was cold. Well, cool. Well, we appreciate y'all jumping on here with us today. Bob, I want to get started with you real quick, buddy. First of all, before we go any farther, I want to give you a second for our listeners that may not know you. Go ahead and introduce yourself real quick for us, if you will, please, sir.
Yeah, Bob Gardner, 45 years old. I own a family-owned business, electrical contractor business. Got into dirt late model racing about 13, 14 years ago. Dabbled around in some limited late model stuff around home. Got into the crate stuff for a couple years, and probably about 10 years of super late model racing. And back in 2016, jumped in and head first, didn't really know what I was doing. Got into the Summer Nationals, and we've been kind of a regional team ever since.
Good deal. So we're still liking them supers out there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wish we'd catch on to what you Southern guys do, because I don't like the cost of these super late model engines. That's for darn sure.
Don't worry, everything gets expensive around here. We got to talk about some expense going up on ours here in a little while. So it all gets expensive. One way or another, they tend to make it expensive. Well, Bob, I want to ask you real quick, man. 2023 going in. Let's just jump right, to now. 2023, man. What y'all got going on this year?
Yeah, I took a little different turn this year. Not only am I going to race and have my own team, but we expanded. First time ever, I'm going to be a car owner also for Tommy Sheppard. He's going to have a third car of mine, and we're going to do the Mars Racing Series, and we're going to dabble in the Summer Nationals and see how we do. If we strive in that, we'll try and do the whole thing on that tour as well.
Cool, man. That's awesome. All right. Well, we got to ask because, we all come just as you from the driving side there. So what made you want to jump on the owner side?
I kind of fell into it. I hadn't really planned on it, but we did the first week of Summer Nationals like we always do last year. And we met and ran into Tommy and his crew guy, Corey, and they were in a pickup truck in an enclosed trailer. And we went home from the first night of racing after being pitted next to him. And I got back home. We unloaded and started working in the race shop. And I said, what's Tommy going to do? He don't have a toter, or, we're on the road. And they said, oh man, he said he was going to run this whole tour in a tent. I said, you got to be kidding me. So we ended up inviting them along and following up and down the road with them. And they kind of shacked up with us at our race shop for that first week. And I just saw how two young guys busted their butt. They had drive, dedication, determination, and they were pretty darn good at it. So I kind of kept my eye on them, and we kind of went our own separate ways and did some different things schedule-wise. And about a month later, I'd heard that the unfortunate news that he had lost his ride. I wasn't ready at the time, but I kept that in the back of my head. And I'm fortunate enough to have 3 cars and some motors laying around. And I thought, you know what? A guy like that needs an opportunity. And I got the stuff. I don't have everything. I don't have a hauler for him. I don't have an extra motor for him, but I have enough to give him an opportunity. And this winter, we come up with a deal. I said, I got a complete car for you, and I'd like you to go up and down the road with us, and let's see what we can do. We kicked off pretty strong. It's been pretty good. We're still trying to build on our team and get him a spare motor going. We're working on that, but we come out of the gate strong, and I'm pretty pleased with it so far.
Well, that is awesome, man. That is awesome. Well, one other thing I got to ask there, since he's sitting beside you, how'd you get that thing, Tillie there, old Tillie time to join in over there?
Oh, I don't know if Tillie's like a brother or son to me, but somehow I got him. No, Tillie's been great around the shop. He knows a bunch of people in the industry and busts his butt. Tillie does everything that nobody really wants to do. I got Tillie and huge help, obviously, and Bobby Hamilton is the heart and soul of my race team and has been for 5 years. I wouldn't be able to do it without Bobby Hamilton, but together, Mike Tillie and Bobby Hamilton both, I just make sure they got the parts that they need and get out of their way, because they get her done in a week, and we're always ready and loaded and ready to go racing for the weekend.
Tillie, while you sitting there, man, how's it been for you over there?
Not too bad. Just working away, making sure the cars are ready. We're ready to load tonight. So we get off this podcast, she's going in the box.
Going in the box. Where is it? So I want to know something. Are you? And I have to ask this every time you're on the show, which has been quite a good bit. What you cooking? What you cooking here lately?
Man, not I'll say a couple weeks ago we had a team hangout, and I ended up cooking some steaks. I can't go wrong with some steaks.
No.
Unfortunately, the first time I met you, we were at Portsmouth, and I had to cook you a Jack's Pizza.
It wasn't at 2:00 in the morning. It was not bad. I promise. It was pretty good.
We drove all the way from Granite City, all the way to Port Royal, and we pulled in like we owned the place. We were ready to race, and we popped out a pizza pizzazz and cook a pizza for you and Randy Keene.
Oh, that's funny. It was a great night. It was fun. It was fun for sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to get you up here, and I'll have to actually cook for you.
I was fixing to say, I keep hearing I'm going to get a steak eventually, but I hadn't got that steak yet.
Hey, you asked McGrew's about it. We had a good feast one night.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, also on here, ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard him talking about him. His cousin likes to call him T-Shep. Tommy Sheppard, what's going on, man? Can you hear us there?
What's going on, guys? I think I finally got it figured out.
There we go. I saw you messing with it over there, so I left you alone for a second. What's going on with you?
I had to download it not long ago, so I was trying to figure it out real quick.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, we just heard the news from Bob there. Basically how you've come on board this year. Man, tell us your feelings about it.
Man, I'm loving it so far. I think everything's been working out great. I love being able to work with Bob and the crew, Bobby and Tillie. It's been a friendly rivalry, and I think it keeps me on my toes. We try to make it a point to outrun each other, but I think ultimately the goal is to run 1-2 and run as good as we can run. So it's been working out well so far.
That's awesome. Well, I let Bob do it there a little while ago. before we get too far on it, kind of introduce yourself to everybody. Everybody on, from our show that might not know you, go ahead and introduce yourself. Kind of tell them who you are, where you come from, all that fun stuff.
So I'm Tommy Sheppard Jr. I'm originally from New Berlin, Illinois. I live over by Taylorville, Illinois right now. Ran modifieds for a whole lot of years. Started racing modifieds in 2009 and got the opportunity to run a late model a little bit last year and had some success and met Bob, started working with those guys and kind of put this deal together.
Nice. So a little bit about your modified career there, man. How'd that go for you?
It was good. We ran locally a lot. So my home tracks would have looked like Jacksonville, Illinois, Macon, Illinois, Lincoln, Farmer City, most of these central Illinois bull rings. So that's more of what I'm accustomed to, the quarter mile stuff. And we're still trying to learn some of the more high speed momentum places that showed when we went racing a few weeks ago in Iowa. But we had some local success in the modified stuff, a lot of track championships at like Jacksonville and Macon. And we just kind of snowballed from there. Kept getting different opportunities and bouncing around. And finally we ended up, I think we're going to make a really good run at the Mars Tour this year. So I really like what this has turned into.
Well, man, and I know, as racers, we got to be somewhat dedicated to it in the first place and a little bit crazy. But Bob was telling us a little bit ago about how he met you, and basically he said y'all were going to run the tour sleeping in a tent. And man, that's dedication there.
Yeah, man, it was fun having the opportunity to drive a late model and do some of the summer national stuff, and we just didn't have a hauler that was ready to go on the road. So it was me and my crew guy at the time, and still is my crew guy, Corey. He was 19 years old, and we were ready to hit the road, man. And that's when we met up with Bob. And I think the second race on the tour, so we slept in our tent at Kankakee and kind of met Bob and hung out and talked. And the next night we were at Peoria, and it was supposed to rain. So they talked us into coming back to the shop and hanging out, and it worked out. I think we went there the next 3 or 4 nights. So we had a lot of fun together, worked well together. We were in the same kind of cars last year as well. So like I said, it's been kind of a friendly rivalry. He kind of took me under his wing and taught me some things early on, and we have a lot of fun together.
I just want to know, was it at least a nice big tent? I mean, what were we working with here?
I will say it was like a 15 by 15, and we had an air conditioner. So we were kind of cheating, but it was technically tent camping. So, but no, it was pretty nice.
Yeah, y'all were glamping out there.
Yeah, we were.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, so Bob,
I don't care what he says. I'm sure there was some cuddling going on between them.
Yeah, come on now.
Well, I mean, up there around y'all's area, it might be summer, but them nights get a little cool after a good hot day. So
Yeah.
Oh, well, Tillie just told us there, Bob, that time to put it in the box, get ready to go to the next one. So what's up next for y'all?
Yeah, we're really excited. First weekend, 3-day weekend of the Mars tour. We hit, gosh darn it. Brownstown, Illinois, Friday night. Then we go to Fairbury, right up the road, 50 miles up the road. Go to Fairbury on Saturday night. Really looking forward to that. Man, greatest fans in the country, I feel. I haven't figured out how to get around that brown circle that they got on the grounds, but I love racing in front of those people and hanging out with them afterwards. So we're bound and determined to get that racetrack figured out for sure. So Fairbury on Saturday night, and then we go back down south to a place I've never raced at, Red Hill in Southern Illinois. So that's our 3-day swing, hoping to hit it off strong, get some good points right off the gate and get started, as strong as possible.
I don't know what it is, and I've unfortunately haven't been able to make it out to any of those tracks you just said, but I want to. I love Fairbury. That's one of my favorite tracks. Those are just some those tracks y'all got over there. Those tight bull rings, like you were talking about there, Tommy. Those are some tracks that just seem. I don't know. It seems like it puts a whole lot into drivers' hands for sure.
Yeah, I feel like the Midwest, the tracks, like what we see around here is a lot different than, say, what you see down south. It's not so much the momentum slick all the way across the track. Our tracks usually have a little bit of character. Could be elbows up with a big cushion, and it could go dry slick on any given night. So it definitely keeps us on our toes, but we're blessed with a lot of great racing surfaces right here close to home.
I think I like them right because they remind me of some go-kart tracks around here. We like to have huge go-kart tracks for some reason. They're as big as some tracks y'all got out there, and I'm like, those are awesome. I don't know how y'all run side by side on them and put on some of the best racing there is out there, and that is cool. And Tommy, Bob, we're excited to watch y'all this year, man. Bob, who y'all got on board this year helping y'all out?
An unbelievable group. And like I said, boy, this thing, 1st of December, got built, and we've been working on it ever since. Some huge partners for sure. Got to take time to thank them. Overlander Electric, Matt Logan at ML Performance, man, has he got us going strong. We've tested with Matt. He comes up here and spends a week or two at a time with us, devotes a lot of his time away from his family. We can't thank Matt Logan enough. VP Race Fuels, Ron, again, couldn't ask for anything better out of our race fuels. Ron's done great. Dynamic Drive Lines, we feel like we've got the best carbon fiber drive shafts in the business. Glenn's Auto Body, right up the road here, pitches in. RLM Enterprises, Robert Mitchell, he's got on board, new partner with us this year. Can't thank him enough. All-Star Performance, GTS Race Supplies, they've stepped in and a new partner for us this year. Mickey's Pizza, you were talking about Tillie. They've taken a load off of Tillie. Mickey's Pizzeria right down the road. They ship us off on these 3-day events and give us some great food to eat while on the road. Multi-Fire, Tommy Scott, Spark Plug Wires, Clements Racing Engines. We got a really good program with Glenn nowadays. We talk to Glenn probably once, twice a month. He's got us going in the right direction on our motor program. Of course, Rocket Chassis. I've been with them for 3 or 4 years. Mark, Steve Baker, Kurt. Man, I talked to Kurt probably more than I really want to talk to Kurt, but Kurt in the parts department has been great. Become a friend of mine, so I can't thank Rocket Chassis enough. Without all of them, and of course, like I said before, Bobby Hamilton is the heart and soul of my race program, has been for 5 years. The day that guy pulls the plug is the day that I pull the plug. I won't go racing without the man. Tillie here. Tommy's brought on 2 really good guys this year as well. Corey and Kenny, they've stepped right in, and the 6 of us, we're gonna turn some heads this year, but we're gonna have a lot of fun doing it also.
Well, that sounds good to me, man. Sounds good to me. Tommy, is there anybody else you want to throw out there, man?
I think the only one that I didn't hear, my cousins Stevie and Missy, Brandon's mom and dad, stepmom and dad, they came on and helped me out with some tires a couple weeks ago. But no, just Bob for the opportunity and our crew guys, Bobby Hamilton and Tillie, and then my 2, Corey and Kenny. I'm very optimistic on what we've put together for this year, and can't wait to see how it all turns out.
Well, guys, that is awesome, and y'all feel free to jump back on here anytime that y'all want to get on here and talk some racing, because I like to keep up with what's going on out there. Us over here in the southeast don't get to see everything that's going on out there. So I like to keep up with y'all somehow.
Hey, hopefully we'll have something to talk about after this 3-day weekend. We'll have something to celebrate about. Hopefully it's Bob finishing first and Tommy second. Let's talk about that maybe next week, huh?
Yeah, I like that was going to be coming.
I don't know how he took that there.
Oh, it's all a good fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, Tillie, what you going to do? What you going to do the next 3 days? Or 3 days weekend here? You gonna work a little bit?
Just a little bit. Work a little bit and have a few drinks.
That's what I'm talking about. That I will say, and every time I've been at a track and Tillie's been working, that man is working hard. I mean, he is got it going on. And I'll give you this, Tillie. I will tell you this. There are a few guys out there that can do anything on a race car, and I believe Mike Tillie can do anything on a race car because he knows every part on that thing.
Yeah, I get quite a bit of people ask me to like calm down. Like when I get to the racetrack, from the time we show up, like I'm in race mode. I have people come up talk to me. I talk to them. Don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty focused on what I'm doing, and I take good pride in making sure the car's good, ready to go. And Earl shows up.
That messes up everything.
Yeah. That explains everything. He's probably on the boat having a few beers on the lake, probably.
And at that point, there goes the night. There he is.
Yeah. No, yeah, we don't let him touch the motor, he said.
Well, we never let him touch the motor. Don't worry.
No, yeah, but we'll. I mean, it should be a good year. I'm excited. Tommy and his crew guys have been good, and we're all gelling, and it'll be a good season. I feel like this 2023.
Good.
We'll have to get you up for PDC.
We need to get up there, man. We need to get up there for sure.
Yeah, if you come to one race, I'd say PDC. That'll be Thursday. They got a golf outing for the Shriners Hospital. They have a band. That band from down your guys' way.
I was going to say they have Dirty Grass Soul out there.
Yep, Dirty Grass Soul. Yep, and I heard they might be coming back.
I heard they might be. I talked to Kevin not long ago. I heard they might be.
You might just have to jump on their tour bus and come on up.
He's told me to just jump in and ride with him. I'm like, man, I might have to go.
It's sponsored by SRI, so come on up.
Well, you know. I mean, it just all kind of falls in place, don't it?
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, cook me a steak.
Hey,
I'll have a steak for you.
There we go. That's what I'm waiting on right there.
I cooked some nice ribeyes last year at PDC.
That's what I'm talking about.
Friday night.
Awesome. Well, cool, guys. Well, I sure appreciate y'all coming on, jumping on with us. And like I said, feel free to jump back in anytime. We always need to know what's going on y'all's way out there. But y'all be sure to catch Bob and Tommy out there tearing it up. And best of luck to you guys for sure. That is nothing but the best of luck.
Appreciate that. Thank you for having us on. Get on our Facebook page. We stepped up again, bought a merch trailer. We got apparel that we're selling. Get with Bob Gardner Racing Facebook, Tommy Sheppard, Tillie. We got some pretty cool stuff out there that definitely helps us get up and down the road. So check us out. Once again, thank you guys for having us.
No problem at all. Thank y'all for coming on. And y'all be sure to go check out the Facebook page. Buy a t-shirt. Buy a t-shirt. Cool t-shirts always.
We also have a kids club. We're starting too. We got a drawstring bag with some goodies. Okay. Some stickers from some sponsors and stuff like that. A cup. We're working on that. And this weekend will be the first weekend of the kids club.
Nothing wrong with that. That is awesome. I'm glad y'all are starting that. That's really cool. So y'all go check it out. All right, guys. Well, we sure appreciate y'all jumping on with us, and thank y'all so much. And we'll be catching up with y'all soon.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have fun. Thanks. See you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Bob Gardner and Tommy Sheppard, their drivers, and our good friend Tillie Time, Mike Tillie. So y'all go check them out there in the Midwest area, tearing up the quarter miles.
Yep, that's where the dirt racing lives out
I'm
there.
telling you, man, that's some cool dirt racing out there. I like the dirt racing over here. Don't get me wrong, but tracks like Brownstown.
7 days a week.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they race. I mean, but tracks like Brownstown and Fairbury, like he was talking about right there, those are that is just, to me, that is the epitome of dirt racing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's
everywhere.
That's where drivers are really made there. I mean, dirt drivers for sure. For sure. Well, we didn't get to do it, and Connor slid in here right as we started there. So I'll just say we didn't get to tell everybody how our weekend's gone. So what you been up to, man? You was gone last week. You was out of the country.
Yep, I'm down in Panama for mission trip. Had a good time for sure, and was going to race this week, but plans changed.
You went and tested and everything.
Yeah, and I was ready to go too.
Was it good?
It was pretty decent.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, I thought we would have something for them, but we didn't get to find out.
Well, I left mine sitting there till Friday morning, and they said, I mean, I had it ready technically, but it was Friday morning. I was like, they're never going to run this. They're never going to run this. Then they made a call. So tell us about the test a little bit. What?
We went out there and we put, they're running Dylan's running the P25s, or whatever. So we had an old set of those, and we couldn't do nothing. I think they were just completely shot. And but we put on our race tires from Florence last week, which are 45s, and we ran some good lap times. So I was pretty leaving pretty good about it.
Good dude.
So
good dude.
yeah, I was ready.
So how's your week been since you've been back?
Just catching up on sleep mostly. Normal week, just sleeping a little more.
How was Panama?
It was a blast. Just had a great time with with the church down there that our church supports. Ministering to them. It was pretty eye opening. Just see the culture and all. It was a real good time.
Nice place or kind of rough area? I know a lot of times when you go on mission trips, you don't go to it might be a well heard of nice town, but you don't go to that part of it.
Yeah. It had it is good and bad. You go up to the mountains there, you see some real nice homes. You go to some of the other places, it's poor. So I give it kind of in the middle.
Okay.
Kind of.
It's not bad.
Good and bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It was basically Florence.
Pretty much.
Basically Florence. Go, Sterling. What you been up to?
Well, man, last week I missed out. I was fixing some water leaks.
Did you get it fixed?
And we got a 200-year-old house. I did.
200-year-old house. It's not quite 200 years old. Not quite.
All right. 195, sorry, but it is old. So yeah, we worked on that, got that fixed.
Did you crawl up? Did you crawl up under the house?
No, I did not.
Why not? Why not?
No. Because there are 200-year-old spiders living under there. So I'm not going under there. I'm not doing it. I refuse. Not having it. Can't do it. Me and spiders don't get along. So sorry.
Oh, fun. Well, what you been doing other than
that? Yeah, so we've been playing baseball a lot. Cole's been doing very well. Team's got a lot of improvement to do overall, but I guess I'm a little biased, but Cole's been doing good. He's been hitting the ball well, and he's batting 1,000 now. He's had 5 at bats so far this year, and he's had, I think, 3 doubles, a home run, and a single. So
5 for 5.
He's doing pretty good.
Yeah. That's batting pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good numbers.
Pretty
Can't do no better.
Especially this.
Yeah, I told him.
This is kind of his first year, with it's more real baseball this year. I mean, kind of.
Correct.
I mean, it was baseball before. It was more T-ball, though, I guess.
It was T-ball, yeah. Yeah, it was T-ball. They didn't really keep score and no umps or anything like that. Right. This year we got an umpire. He's definitely keeping an eye on those guys. And they're learning a lot more fundamental baseball now, which, Cole, honestly, he probably should have been there last year. But he's doing very good with it. He's catching and playing short, and they pretty much keep him at short now. He's doing pretty good there.
Nice.
So yeah, it's fun, and man, he's all about baseball. Goodness gracious, that's all he does. He plays baseball, or he practices baseball, or he watches baseball. That's all he does. That's it.
Hey.
So hey, I ain't mad at it, but I mean, So we got a game tomorrow and a game Thursday this week. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we had a good weekend this past weekend. It was on and off, kind of nasty, like y'all said on Saturday. Couldn't race, but we went to the plant show at the farmers market there. That's pretty cool. There was a pile of people there for sure.
That thing's always huge for some reason.
Man, there are people there from Kentucky and far north from that.
For flowers.
So,
for flowers.
You can look at pictures
it
of
was
flowers.
packed.
I could Google them.
Hey, I didn't know anything of what we're doing, but it had boiled peanuts, so I was happy.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
So, but yeah. Then we had a horse show yesterday. Me and Steven ran a horse show, gave lessons to special needs kids.
Nice.
Really cool. Really cool. I love to see Jackson on one.
He loves a horse. He has been on a horse a couple times. Kayla's uncle or somebody of their family has some horses, and he has been on a horse actually a couple times, and he loves it.
Well, he'd have a blast. So we'll get him over here for too long and get him on there and let him ride a little bit. I know I think that'll make him happy for sure.
Oh yeah, he loves it. No, but the bad part is he got on a 4-wheeler the other day, and all of a sudden he loves that. So if anybody wants to donate a 4-wheeler,
hey, I got one out here. He can come ride anytime he wants. Come on.
Because them things is expensive nowadays. I don't know if y'all know that, but
well, I got a $700 Big Bear sitting there.
What I'm talking about.
All he wants.
That is my kind of 4-wheeler right there.
That's mine too.
Fun.
How was your weekend?
It was pretty good. We didn't have a lot going on during the week, too much really. I stayed over here and kind of finished a few things on the car. I finally got the tack put in there right. I still got to zip tie up all the wires, but I got a working tack now, so that's good.
There you go.
Do you need a zip tire?
Well, I need. Yeah, if you want to come over here and do it, or either Landon's got to
get it back out.
Well, I don't care about. That's not a. Well, actually, this is redneck is on the whoop, but I bet there's somebody else out there who's doing it because it came like this. I did not buy a new tack. They have these Facebook pages that are auctions for race car parts, and I won an auction on one. I was just like, hey. It was a tack like I had, so, made it easy to fit back where it was and everything. I was like, it's like a $400 tack. I was like, I'll bid it. It was only up $70 when I bid, and I bid $80. I was like, I will never win that. Well, guess what happened?
You won it.
I won it for $80. So that was good.
Sweet.
But it was used, which, whatever, not a problem. I don't care as long as it works. It came, though, and this is how it came, and I actually like it now. It came with a trailer plug on it. They had took, because there's 4 wires on it, so they had took and wired it to a trailer plug, male and both sides of the pigtail, so you can reach up on the dash and just unplug it.
Makes it easy.
It makes it really easy. So I wired it right back up like that and put it right back in there like that.
Whatever works.
And it worked. It worked fine. Sweet. So I was like, well, that works easy. So, yeah, so everything else I've got to tie up, but once I get it tied up right there, I won't ever have to really untie it. So, but yeah, I need somebody in there to tie it that's, a little bit smaller than me, because I don't know if y'all know, or y'all will be fine. Me, I don't fit in there so well up under that dash.
That's a tight hole.
I promise you it is. I promise you it is. I told my dad, we put the door and everything back on. I was like, you should have left the door off for a little while. I could reach it a little better.
So, yeah, exactly.
I'm going to do like everybody else in the world eventually and take exactly, Brian. He said, Connor's right next to me. I might just throw him in there tonight. Here, zip tie this.
I'm down.
But yeah, it's I told my dad, I said, why'd you put the door on? You should have left it off. We could get to it a lot easier. But no, I understand why now that, nobody runs a dash anymore. Just put pods everywhere. Yep. That's if I ever take it out, if I would have bought the car like that, that's what it would have had. So it's liable. If I have to do much more to the dash, it's probably what it's going to be again, or probably what it's going to be. But anyway, yeah, worked on that a little bit over the week. Had my nephew's birthday thing to go to last week. They just cooked for him. I'm trying to remember what all we did. I didn't talk about it. Well, y'all wasn't on here. I didn't talk about it too much. But me and Kayla come back last week from Universal. Come back last Sunday, actually. And that was for our 10-year anniversary. We went down there. So that was
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank you. So that was a lot of fun down there. It was busy. It was one of them where you felt like you needed to take a vacation.
Yep.
After vacation to rest up for it because we walked. It's just from walking.
Yeah.
We walked so much. I know both days Kayla had her watch on and smartwatch deal, and it said by lunchtime both days we had hit 10,000 steps, or she had hit 10,000 steps. I'm pretty sure I was right there with her, which was a lot of steps. But it was fun. It was just, like I said, a lot of walking. And then on top of that, we went Universal. Then we went to Disney Springs, hung out around there that Saturday, and went to the AMC theater they had there. You know, everybody's like, you go on vacation, go watch a movie. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of walking.
Yeah, I
need somewhere to sit for a while. And I don't know, have you, Sterling, you ever been to a AMC theater?
I have not.
All right. Yeah. Have you ever been to one? All right. Well, we need one here. I'm just saying, if anybody's listening out there wants to open a theater, open an AMC theater like this. And it's not just Disney Springs is like this. Disney Springs just had a ton of theaters, or a ton of, screens inside that one building. But it has recliners in it. Every seat is a recliner. And it's heated. It's got a little button for heat over there on the side. So it almost turned, and on top of that, they will bring your food in there to you. When you order food on the app, they bring your food in there, and it's got a little table that kind of swivels over to you.
That is nice.
It was very nice. It was very nice. It was almost the best $12 nap I ever took.
Really?
Because with all that, tickets were still only $12.
Really?
Yeah. Even at Disney Springs.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I was like, that's the cheapest thing you could do.
That is cool.
What'd you watch?
That is nice.
We watched new Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. I thought, hearing that, I'm not a movie person. I'm not at all. I don't sit and watch anything but a race most of the time, and half the time I fall asleep watching that. But I thought, hearing the name of it, it was something, medieval, serious, and just I don't know. It was kind of a comedy, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was a good movie, actually. It was I could watch it again, and I don't watch many movies twice. It was good, and they had this particular theater. It was new projectors in there. They're laser projectors, so it looks really, crisp, I guess you say.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
But they were cool. It was cool. It was really cool.
Good
Sure.
deal.
So, let's see. Hold on a second. We got Derek McGrew calling us here. Let's see if I can get this on our Bluetooth here. There's our good friend Derek McGrew Sr. here calling. He is surprising to call. What's up, man?
Not much, buddy. Just calling to see what you guys are doing.
We are we're recording a podcast, all that fun stuff. Uh-oh. I think we lost him.
Oh, man.
I don't know what happened. Okay, there we go. We got him back now. Well, cool, man. Cool. You been wide open, man?
Yeah, we're back working now. We're up here. We got work going on. We've got our race season started up here in the north. We're racing 2 nights a week right now, soon to be 3. Plus with all the other stuff we got going on, we're going to be doing some more traveling down your way. Probably going to be traveling out west sometimes, and we just got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you called, actually. I want to, while you were on the phone here, I want to announce something. We announced it on our Facebook page, but I want to kind of announce here. Everybody saw a few weeks ago, back when Derek and Derek McGrew Jr. were here in the shop with us while they were down for spring break, all that fun stuff. They y'all saw they brought us a sign, a Longhorn sign. They're signed by a bunch of different guys, Brandon Overton, Kyle Strickler, I'm just naming a few real quick, Kevin Rumley, who else? Steve Arpin, Tim McCready. Yeah.
I think we had Ricky Thorne on there. We had a whole bunch of guys.
Yeah, a whole bunch of guys. Well, we put it up on, they brought it to us, told us to do what we wanted to with it. So our thought was, and I asked Derek if we could do this. My first thought was the Miracle League here in Florence that Jackson plays on. My first thought was they are trying to get up enough money. They need to get up enough money to build a new field because they got 14 teams playing on one field, which is a great problem to have.
Good problem to have.
So we're trying to do everything we can this month, being that it is April and Autism Awareness Month, to do anything we can to raise money for them, kind of, in honor of my son, Jackson. So we put it up for auction on our Facebook page, and we got $325 for the sign. So that is awesome. Cameron Russell won it, and I was actually supposed to ship it out today. Had some issues and couldn't get around there. So it will be shipped out tomorrow, to Cameron Russell. So I want to personally thank you, you guys, for donating that. That was so cool.
Not a problem. There's a couple more things we're working on. And I like working with you guys. We think a lot alike. And we're really, we are. We're all about not just us, but motorsports in general.
Oh, yeah.
The same way you guys are. So, anytime we get to be able to help out like that, we love it. And like I said, I think we got a couple other things we might be able to do for you as well. I think I was thinking the other day, me and Derek were talking about maybe donating one of those custom neon signs that we had done for you.
Nice.
But however, I guess we'll talk on off air and find out how you don't want to do it. And but maybe we can put something like that up and do a couple other little things as well.
Well, man, that is awesome. I sure appreciate y'all being so willing to lend a helping hand any way y'all can. That's so awesome. It's awesome to find generous people in this world, because they're getting fewer and far between. So I know a lot of people look at it and they're like, oh, people just want money. People want money. No. Fortunately, I believe Derek and Derek Jr. And us around here, we understand this is not anything about greed at all. We're trying to do good, trying to do something good for good people.
Yeah, we're only here for a certain amount of time, and some people want to be, they look at being wealthy as how much money you have, what you're driving, how big your truck and trailer is. That's just not how I look at it. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to have all that, but I think when we look at it, I think our wealth is it's a different type of wealth. The amount of people we've met and relationships we've built, and, me watching my son grow up in this racing industry and have so many people be backing him and supporting him, and watching him be able to live his dreams, without having that big bank account. It's got to stand for something. And that's just what we've done to this point. We're going to keep doing it. Maybe one day we'll be able to do it in a bigger truck and trailer. But for right now, this is what it is. There's been many nights we slept in the van, go-kart racing around the country. There's been many nights we slept in a truck, stock car racing around the country. So we're just living a dream, and it's stressful at times, but with relationships with people like you guys and SRI and Earl Ramey and so many other people, that's what keeps us going.
Cool, man. Cool, brother. Well, man, what y'all got going on this week, racing wise?
Well, Derek, let's see. Friday night we're gonna be at Albany Saratoga Speedway. I thought we were gonna have a shot last week, but we ended up finishing fourth. Saturday night we're gonna be at Fonda Speedway. We were really fast there. We broke a steering box. Ended up finishing 13th.
Ooh.
I think there was 50 cars, 40 cars, I don't know.
Wow.
And then Sunday night we're gonna go to Glenridge Speedway. So we'll be Friday night be 3/8 mile track, Saturday half mile, and Sunday's a quarter mile. So that's on schedule for this week.
Sweet. Well, man, we sure will be checking y'all out.
Heck yeah! So you guys have fun. Nice talking to you, and I'll get a hold of you later on, and we'll figure out what we can do for something else to get some more money for that new baseball field.
I sure appreciate that, man. Sounds good, buddy.
Okay, guys. Talk to you later.
Later. All right, our good friend Derek McGrew Sr. there checking in with us.
That 3-day weekend, 3-race weekend must be something.
Dude, I'm going to tell
I'm
you.
just sitting here thinking about it. That's back-to-back people we've heard talk about it.
It takes us all week to get ready for one race.
I feel like after one race, we got a pile of stuff to do.
I think we've gotten lazy, Sterling.
Yeah, we sure have. We just don't know about that. I mean, go-kart racing, yeah, we'd have a 2-day show, sometimes 3-day show, but that's tough right there, buddy. You gotta, especially going up down the road. I mean, we were kind of a 3-day show in one place. We didn't have to load up and go nowhere else.
Yeah, we got, we had fun. We go to Daytona and we were there for a week. We only raced 2 days out of that week, but yeah, we were there for a week.
Exactly.
So
these guys talking about going to 3 different tracks, 3 different nights,
and be a couple hundred miles away from each.
Something else.
It was fun. But anyway, all right, well, cool. So back to all the stuff at Orlando there. So we done all that. But what was really funny, I guess I say funny. It wasn't really funny. It was just like we ran out of things to do. Honestly, we kind of kept on doing. Went to Dave and Buster's, just a little bit of everywhere. Saturday night, which was our last night there, we were like, well, what do we want to eat? I don't know. We've kind of ate a little bit of everything. What do we want to go do? I don't know. We've kind of done everything. And I said, I know where we can do both. Medieval Times. It was right down the road.
There you go.
So we went to Medieval Times.
How was it?
It was, I remember it wasn't bad. It was fun. This is bad. And Connor, maybe not for you, but Sterling will understand. What was really funny is the last time I went to Medieval Times, I was, I don't know, probably in middle school, maybe. I don't know if I was that old.
I thought we went together.
Yeah,
I think that was our field trip.
I think we did. So yeah, somewhere about 6th grade, somewhere in there. Well, what was really funny though was, we went there, it was all kids. Pretty much when we went years ago. So it was fun, whatever. We went in this time, me and Kayla went in, and the section we were sitting in, there was no kids. It was all adults. So it made it really...
They must have wanted a break too. Everybody wanted a break.
I think everybody did.
Sit down.
But it was really funny because the choreography, I guess we'll say, of the like the jousting competitions and stuff like that was not near as good as I remember down at Myrtle Beach. It was like it hit them and the thing would kind of break, and then like a second later you see them lay the reins down on the horse and like throw their hands up and just kind of hop off. It's like, oh. So we are all over there in our adult section there, cracking up. It reminded me of I hate to say this. I know you hadn't sat in stands too much there, Connor, but years ago, Florence Motor Speedway especially, they used to have the family section down at one end. Then you had pretty much, they didn't call it any section, but it was the drunk section.
Yeah.
Our section at Medieval Times reminded me of the drunk section. It was really funny. I don't know, because there were some dudes beside us that was just throwing them back, and I mean, they were cracking up, and they were like announcing it like it was wrestling or something. So it made it that much more funny. It was hilarious. It was good. We had, I don't even remember what we had to eat. I think we had some chicken and yeah. So I don't know what else there was. Some corn and something else. I don't know, but it was good. It was funny. It was fun to go to. So it was one of them things as you get older, something you haven't done in forever, and you remember it one way, and then you go back and it's like, well, yeah, I kind of remember it like this, but this is way not as good. I'm not saying it's bad necessarily, but just I don't know. It's just something about it. Just I don't know. It was funny.
It's changed.
It's changed.
Yeah.
It's changed. So anyway, that was all good. But okay, going up to this week, since we just throwing that out there for that week. So come Saturday morning, I didn't do anything. Actually slept in a little bit. And it ended up not really raining near as much as I thought it would rain.
It rained hard in Dillon.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say, though, but I looked at the weather in Dillon, and Sterling ain't too far from over there.
Yeah.
And it was raining pretty bad over there.
I was over at my grandparents' house about 5 miles from the track, and it came a huge storm.
Yeah, they said it was hailing and everything else.
Yeah.
So there's no possible way we would ever race. Yeah. Or if we would have, it would have been a miserable day out there trying to constantly drive track, and it's just not fun when you got to do that. So anyway, so we didn't get a race. So Kayla's car needed rear brakes put on it, so I put rear brakes on Kayla's car Saturday morning. Me and my dad did. Actually, he kind of took over. I watched.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Hey, we want to hang plywood in the shop. Take over.
Nope. You're not doing it.
You're not doing it right. You ain't doing it right.
Doing it right. So no, I appreciate it. Appreciate it a ton.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But so done that and just kind of sat around, watched I watched the Xfinity race.
The Xfinity Rex.
Yeah, the Xfinity Rex. Went home and actually ended up with a migraine. So I don't know. It just all of a sudden come on.
Oh.
It was not fun. Fortunately, I got some medicine pretty quick and kind of eased off. But I just laid around the rest of the afternoon after that. Sunday morning, got up, went to church, played bass, sang a little bit, had a great sermon, Pastor Mac there. And come back over here to my parents' house, and we turned the race on, ate some ribs, some pork chops, and what else to eat? I don't remember. Some macaroni and cheese, something else. Stuff I didn't eat, but it was good. There we go. We're back. And then we actually set up cornhole boards and played some cornhole yesterday afternoon. Oh, wow. I don't know what that was in my ear, but it was loud. So, anyway, it was, there it goes again. But anyway, so have fun. Good weekend. So, on to this week. So, speaking of, racing over there at Talladega.
Yep.
While we're talking about it, Xfinity race. You watch any up there?
I did. I watched most of it.
Yeah.
It was about Talladega, I guess.
It was Talladega.
Yep.
It was
good to see old Jordan Anderson's team.
Yes.
I was happy.
I loved it.
Like to see that.
I loved that. I did love that. I actually even messaged Jim Burton. I posted a picture up. They liked it on our page even. So I mean, that's cool to see.
Yeah.
Actually, I posted a picture of me interviewing him at Florence when he was there. Tried to get him on the show. I couldn't ever get him. He's probably got 40,000 messages. He'll catch it about Thursday probably. Yeah. But so anyway, so what'd you think about it there, Sterling?
Same old Talladega, man. They've been talking about it here lately about the respect of racing with respect, and you definitely don't see that at Talladega at all. But man, it's just tough. That's tough racing. It's such a blocking game now, and even with those cars and the Cup cars, is even worse, I think. But I think we've heard and seen that the Xfinity car is the easiest thing to drive, or the most driver-friendly thing to drive, if you will. Yeah. Still seeing all that, but there's so much youth in that series. A lot of them don't have the experience they need in a plate track, whatever you want to call it now. But yeah, man, it's just a great day. There was a lot of tore up stuff. For a car owner, that's not the. If I was a car owner, I'm pretty sure I'd take that day off. Let's just take that day off.
Let's go there and just park. keep.
Yeah, because I mean, literally, what are you gaining? Honestly, I don't see it, especially in the way that the new playoff deal is. I mean, as far as like a junior motorsports team or whatever, that's at least 75% of their cars are going to be in the playoffs there. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money you're giving away.
Junior put out a tweet. He was at Hickory, actually, at the Cars race. And during the Xfinity race, he put out the tweet, showing a picture from the press box and stuff up there at Hickory. And about the time it literally took out 3 of the 4 junior motorsports cars, I tweeted back on that page. I was like, so how are things at Hickory? Because they're not looking too good at Talladega. No. So, man, that'd be rough.
I don't get how these guys do it. Going back to what Sterling said with respect and all, they're throwing some of these blocks where it's just, what are you thinking? I mean, I saw Bubba doing the Cup race, which has happened for years.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Hemrick throw probably one of the worst blocks I've ever seen in Xfinity race. I don't get the whole motive or way of thinking as, throw a bad block, trying to win the race but take out half the field. That doesn't really cancel it out to me. I don't get that.
No, I think
I don't either. But see, go ahead, Dave.
No, I was just saying. I think people, especially, we'll say the teams that are struggling a little more. Not even bad teams. Just let's use Bubba Wallace for instance. He hasn't ran He hasn't ran bad, but he knows probably one of his best chances to win a race, and this goes with the Xfinity too. Yeah. Brad Sieg was up there, and I know what he was doing. That is his best chance to win a race and get into the playoffs, which are going to help him sponsor wise. So the only thing I can figure with that is they're just saying flat out, whatever I got to do to stay up front, I got to stay up front. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you finish second. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you finish 40th. That's the only thing I think they're thinking, because I don't think like that.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, like, you're not going to throw 3 consecutive blocks on the guy. No. I mean, that's never going to work out good. And when you do that and then tear up, 10 cars behind you, I don't think, this is their one chance. I don't think that really justifies it, but I guess that's the way it is now.
I guess.
Well, and the other thing too is 3 or 4 years ago, momentum was a lot different in a run. So blocking, you could block. I mean, we saw that. We saw a control car control both lanes for years at restricted plate tracks. They could just move up and stall lane, move down, stall lane, no problem. You can't do that now.
No,
it's not working like that anymore. I mean, those guys got, they're probably running 15 mile an hour faster than the guys that's trying to block.
Yep.
And you can't stop, or you're gonna get run over. So you got to run over them.
That's right.
So I don't know. It's just a lot of learning that needs to happen, I think, there. But where I used to love restricted plate tracks, it's not entertaining to me anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's just pretty much, especially for Sunday, ride around for 480 miles and then tear stuff up.
That's right. Well, let's get back to this here real quick, but real fast, guys, I want to thank our good friends, as y'all seen him speaking on here, if you're on Facebook, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, guys. If you are in the market for a race engine or need to get yours freshened up or whatever, if you want some of the best power to put under your hood, go talk to our good friend Earl Ramey at Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and man, it's second to none. Top of the line engines. I don't care if you're running asphalt, dirt, late models, modifieds, anything. If it needs power, Earl Ramey can make power out of it, I promise you. So head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Get yourself some power. Get on that chassis dyno. You can learn a lot of stuff on that chassis dyno for sure. So head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Get set up with them today. Get you some power under your hood. One of the best things he will put on there, or you're gonna have to go get them, but he'll tell you some of the best to put on there
It's some Profab headers, guys. Head over to Profab Headers and Exhaust. Get some headers for your car. Not only do they look great, not only do they sound great, but most of all, they perform great. Profab headers, guys, some of the best. They are quality that wins. So head on over there. And you can get those, guys, at SRI Performance. They are a dealer for Profab headers. So head over to SRI Performance. I actually called there today, or I sent some messages out looking for some stuff myself. You never know when you need all this good stuff. So head over to SRI Performance, guys. www.sriperformance.com. Check out their brand new website. Looks awesome. You're going to want to see it. It's cool stuff for sure. Head over there. Get all that good stuff you need. But also put in, when you're checking out, guys, go put in promo code CBONE10. That's C as in
chicken.
BONE 10.
Somebody say it.
Get yourself 10% off there at time of checkout. Can't beat 10% off. That's for sure. So head over there and get yours today. Also, same deal over there at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, guys. Something cool I want to say about Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. He was a staple there for quite a few years. If you haven't listened to it, Hutch Strickland was one of the managers over at Stock Car Steel for quite a few years. He was on the Dale Jr. Download last week. So if y'all haven't listened to it yet, go listen to Hutch Strickland over there. He even talked about Stock Car Steel on the show a good bit there. Had to get him back on here. We've had him on here before when we were up there. Might have to get him back on here one day, talk some racing with us. But it was a great episode. So if you haven't listened to Dale Jr. Download from last week with Hutch Strickland, go listen to it. He's a good guy for sure. And got a great story. So, but anyway, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, guys, best materials you can think of. Best materials you need to when you tearing up these side panels on these dirt cars, you need some painted aluminum sheets. Head over to Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Tell them we sent you. But anyway, all right, so back to it. So Xfinity race, congratulations to South Carolina's own Jordan Anderson as a car owner this time for Jeb Burton taking home the win. A track where 6 months ago Jordan was taking a helicopter ride out of there from getting burned, and now he's in victory lane over there. So congratulations to him for Saturday. All right, moving on to Sunday. Cup stuff. As we all were talking. Story of the day. Well, to me, first half of the race is gotten, especially in those cars, is not fun to watch. Yeah. And I'm not saying that because I want to see wrecks. Well, what I'm saying is, until the very end, they only ran 2 wide. Yeah, that is all they're doing. On a track that can run almost 5 wide, 2 lanes. That's it.
I was watching the Dale Jr. Download, or listening to it that you're talking about that last episode, and he's talking about the package they have now for super speedways, and it really only 2 lanes is about all you can do. Like a third lane is very, very hard to get going for whatever reason. I don't know all the specifics, but you saw pretty much the whole race. It was glorified pace laps, 2x2, which I guess in a way is all right to keep him from running that 1 lane train around the top. But when it gets to go time, it's hard for them to do anything because the 2 bottom lanes are so dominant.
Well, I mean, something got to change to me. Yeah. I mean, this whole car.
Last few weeks, I heard Martinsville was horrible. Yeah, that was one of the most boring races I've ever watched. And we didn't get to talk about that too much on here. So Sterling, going from Martinsville, as a whole, everybody who's talked about it did not like the race. Myself personally, I would say ratings probably are up a little bit for Talladega just because it's Talladega and people are watching for wrecks. Mm-hmm. But I don't think as a product and as a whole, I don't think it put on much better of a race necessarily than Martinsville did.
No, I mean, we haven't really seen a really good race, honestly, this year. But the car is too much like a F1 car, in my opinion. And I haven't seen a good F1 race that I know of. Have you? I think that's what it's going to, and I think that's what that car is designed around. I think they're getting away from the good Saturday night shows. I don't think that's going to really be the case anymore. But there's so many things and we always critique the Cup car. We've been critiquing it for years. But I wish they'd left it alone a while back and just, but they just, trying to keep up with technology, I guess, and make things better when all they've done is made things worse. This aero deal, they can't get away from. It is what it is. So it's going to make for that type racing. So
it is. My problem is with it. I don't mind a race car, I guess we say, evolving. Because Junior was talking about, I think it was Junior, or it might have been the door bumper clear guys. I don't remember who it was, but I want to say it was Junior. They were talking about, Martinsville, if you go back to the 70s, we had cars that, only the leader was on the lead lap. They were second place man was 3 laps down. It was more follow the leader than it was now. Okay, yes, he is 100% right. It was. But my problem is come 80s, 90s, into early 2000s, they fixed that problem. They made it better, and it was a good race. For many years, it was a good race. Well, now we are going the wrong way with the... I'm not saying the car necessarily is going the wrong way, because the car should be constantly evolving to be safer, and I have zero problem with that.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with you evolving the car and it just making for horrible racing. And my problem is with the technology that is out there now, they know what this car is going to put out before it ever goes on the track. I mean, they do.
That's why they have 5 minutes of practice.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing I get at is they were talking about, well, we don't have any practice anymore. Well, now it's the only professional sport out there that they don't practice, which is stupid to me. But that's for another day.
Fight that battle later.
Yeah, exactly. But I can't understand the backwards movement. I mean, I don't think they're intentionally doing it, but I do think, in going back to this goes to the tire debate, I think Goodyear is purposely putting out a tire that's not wearing out. Everybody's like, no, they want to make a good race. No, they don't. They don't care about it being a good race. They don't
want the race to look bad on Goodyear.
Exactly. They took so much crap for, let's say, Indy and everywhere else.
Last year they had a bunch of left rears going flying, people flying to the wall, getting questions,
Right. And so Goodyear's coming with a tire that's not going to blow out. Unless you cut the sidewall or something like that, it is not going to blow out. The tire is not going to wear. It is not going to wear away. It is not going to blow out. So, I don't know. I think something needs to come out. I'm like, people, I get it, because there are probably some people in this world that'd be like, well, I'm not buying Goodyear tires. I watched that race and tire blew out.
Yeah, they don't see that the crew chief put too much staggered, this and that camber in the left rear. All they see is the tire goes out, which I understand from a Goodyear point of view.
I get that, but if you are and I guess maybe I put too much into it, because I guess us sitting here, knows that a tire that's going on a race car ain't nowhere close to a tire that's going on a street car.
Yeah, we understand that.
We understand that, but I feel like most people should. Yeah. Maybe they just need a disclaimer to come on TV before they even, just to tell some people, man. But I don't know. I
think they're just fighting an uphill battle with the car right now, even if the tire isn't great. I think they got to give them more horsepower, and they got to get away from shifting.
They do
at ovals.
They do, and I'm not disagreeing with you.
That's just they're in so deep. The cost it would take to do any of that is not worth it, to be frankly.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm not. But the 4 tires on the car are the only 4 things that's touching the ground.
True.
And if you make a tire that wears you watch a Cars Tour race. I watched it flow racing this past Saturday night. We watched it at Florence. Regardless if it really helped or not, these guys are trained and know how they're going to try to save their tires, because Hoosier brings a tire to a short track that we race on that wears out. We know all too well that it wears out. And knowing that, the guys try everything they can to save their tires. But I mean, they still race hard.
Most of
the time. But they're going to save their tires. Well, guys in Cup aren't doing that anymore. It's just Xfinity, none of them, because there's not a blown tire from a tire wore out anymore. Doesn't happen.
No, there's not that. I mean, but there is, in some of the abrasive tracks, there are tire wear, but they get 40 sets of tires. So what does it matter? You know?
Well, the past couple of weeks, they've ran out of tires somehow. And I'm like, how'd you run out of tires and there's no fall off?
That don't make sense.
They're trained to put them on every time they hit pit road.
That's all it is. That is all it is. It's like, well, we got this many tires. That's how many we're using.
Well, I mean, they can fuel the car quicker than they can change tires.
Yep.
So why not?
Exactly.
I don't know. It's a mess, man. It's a mess. It is. And I don't see it getting any better.
It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a big swing to change. But so looking at the races past Saturday at Talladega, to me, first 3/4 of the race was pretty much a snooze fest, other than something that really aggravated me. Chase Briscoe went in the pits, locked it up, spun it out. They claimed his right front brake locked up. The problem with it, when it locked up, he blew the tire. It sat on the frame at that point. The car couldn't move. They had to throw a yellow because Chase Briscoe had a flat tire in the pits and the car could not move.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Right. It's got some flaws, no doubt about it.
Yeah, it is.
Even deeper than just not putting on a good product.
Yeah. Yeah. That just was, they get, I don't know.
I think they
need to go back and drawing board, personally.
Yeah, this car felt like a Hail Mary from NASCAR.
Yeah. It has not put out anything I've liked yet. I don't think it. I understand why they put a 5-speed, but I just think that 5-speed is hurting it unless they will change the ratio on it. Because shifting, obviously they wouldn't shifting at Talladega, but just shifting in
at
general,
Martinsville is just that's crazy.
That's too much. They're going to be shifting at North Wilkesboro.
They're going to throw a gear, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to pass.
Yeah, it's going to be so. Later in the race, a lot of people, one of the last restarts there, was giving Ross Chastain a hard time. And I guess rightfully so, because he always seems to be in the middle of it, but what's up? But the reason, in my opinion, Ross Chastain is in the middle of this is because he's fighting hard for his position. And this is always up front when they're talking about Ross Chastain. So hard-nosed racing is what I want to see out of him, personally.
I didn't see anything Chastain did.
I didn't either.
Terribly wrong.
People were talking about it and going on, well, there goes Chastain again. There goes Chastain. Well, if you actually watch that wreck that happened about 5 cars back that they pushed Ross Chastain.
Well, that and the 42 could have very easily avoided it.
Yeah, he just went up the track when he did not need to go up. He should have stayed down.
That's what another thing I'm talking about. Is just I got to stay up front. If I don't make this block and I fall back to 10th, nobody's gonna care. If I make this block and tear myself up, that's kind of the mindset they're in.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, Kyle Busch did not listen to his crew chief and did not go in the pit. And ends up winning the race. So he looked like a hero. How mad do you think his crew chief would have been had he run out of fuel?
Probably not too happy. But I mean, if he'd have come in and pitted, there was no way he was going to win that way.
You wouldn't think.
Well, you don't never know Talladega, but they were coaching him hard on his coming from the back straightaway to the start finish line. Don't run out of fuel. So he must have been all over it, buddy.
I heard him coming out of 4 still. They said just coast hard. They're coming out of 4 because they said he was. I was like, man, the man made it back around and still did some donuts. He's good. Yeah, he's good. He got more fuel than he think. So Kyle Busch wins another one this year. After changing teams, going to a team in Richard Childress, who in the past years has not been very, has not seen the winner circle a whole lot. Few here and there, but nothing continuous. Well, now has went a few times there with KB there. Pretty impressive, I think.
Well, guess we got lucky on this one.
From your shirt there. Well, I ain't gonna say lucky. I'm never gonna say lucky at Talladega, in my opinion, because in order to finish first you must finish, and you've got to be up there. You're not gonna come from 20th on the last lap.
Yeah. I'm not saying it doesn't take skill, but it doesn't really correlate to the speed they've had lately. But
they've had speed. They've had good.
It's
speed.
been spotty.
They've had good speed. There's been some weeks I think they've missed a setup, but I think there is speed.
I don't think they have a good short track package.
No, they don't.
So I think that's what's hurting this part of the season. But I think the 1.5 miles, 2 miles, and road courses, I think they'll be all right.
But I could say the same thing for Kyle Larson.
Yeah,
he's won races, but he's wrecked every other week. Yeah. So I don't know. It's I think they're doing pretty good. Yeah, I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with there for championship. Wreck with speaking of the wreck we were talking about a few minutes ago with Kyle Larson. They took his car back to the R&D center to really inspect it. I don't know if y'all saw. Most people did because it's been everywhere. Ryan Priest hit, and it knocked the door bars pretty much to the transmission. Well, the drive shaft tunnel.
I'd say, yeah. It was, transaxle.
Yeah. So, I mean, it knocked the passenger side in. I'm glad it hit the passenger side.
Absolutely. I mean, I've never seen a roll cage crumble like that.
The only other one I ever seen break was that car at Florence back at the in November when the late model flip going down into turn 1 there in practice.
Oh, okay.
That's the only other one that hit that concrete barrier way off out there. But I'm saying, as far as Cup cars, no, I've never seen anything break like that. Other than who was it? Michael Waltrips that fell apart, and Mike Harmon that fell apart. So I don't know. It's
that was intense.
It was very intense.
Priest on board.
Yes, I did. It was he man, he had his visor cracked just a little bit, and it shot the visor up on top of his head.
That's what I said to Dad. I was like, wow, open his visor.
I'm telling you, I done that one time on a go-kart, actually, and I remember waking up with people around me. And so anytime you hit anything and it throws your visor open, it's got to be hard. But he was pretty much running, I think they said 160 mile an hour, and just Larson come across the track. Essentially going, to what? Zero, pretty much. So that was a hard hit. He had absolutely nowhere to go. So it was pretty wild. So anyway, congratulations to Kyle Busch there, bringing home another win.
Yep.
For your man there.
Good to see. It's been a rough couple of weeks.
He's good. He'll be all right. He didn't got away from... I feel like these 3 weeks, Bristol, Martinsville, Talladega, are just complete crapshoots, wild cards. I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's not indicative of what a race team really has right now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, guys, I want to thank, as always, our friends over at RevMax Racing, guys. You in the market for a new suit, head over to RevMax Racing. Suit, gloves, all that fun stuff. Got a new apparel bag out. So go over to RevMax Racing Apparel. Get with them today. Get all your suit needs. Also, our good friends at Dixie Made, right over here just alongside the Florence Flea Market. Head on out to Dixie Made. Get yourself some of the most fashionable Southern wear out there. Southern fried cotton, Drake, just to name a few. All kinds of hats, sunglasses, coolers, anything you can think of. Ready to go to the lake, go to Dixie Made. Get everything you need stocked up. That make you look good out there. So head over to Dixie Made and get with them today. Connor, while we're sitting here, got a piece of news right before the show here. Did you see it?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, we got a race this Saturday here at Florence Motor Speedway. Me and Sterling talked about this earlier before the show for a minute. We got a bulletin out for our class, Charger class, that we are going to 2 new tires where we have been running 4 scuff tires, but we will be going to 2 new tires and 2 scuffs, and then the following weeks after that, we will be going to the tires that we take off of our right side will be going to our left side. We're dinging over here again, and we lost Sterling. Uh-oh. We're back. But so moving from the right side to the left side as our scuffs. So basically, we'll be keeping our tires, rotating them out.
Yep, I've heard that's in the works for a while. I was happy to see they finally announced it.
You like it?
I think it's good. I think it's the best thing. You want to keep the cost down, obviously. But to have a consistent, what you're gonna get every week, I think that'll bring more cars. I mean, even though the class is doing really, really good right now, I think just knowing you're gonna have 2 new, and your scuffs are gonna be what you ran last week. So I think that brings a lot of stability. I think I really like it. What do you think?
I like it. I don't mind the fact of the new tires. I don't mind. Everybody always likes new tires.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to like new tires. That's just, we're racers. We want new tires. If we go get scuffs, we want the newest ones in there. And I don't know yet. I don't know 100% details. Haven't seen 100% details. My only problem is with it, just looking from a 1,000-foot view, not looking, dead into it. And we'll have to talk to our friend Steve over there, Steve Zacharias, and get all the exact details on it. But what I am going to say is if we're going to up the cost of tires, because now we're only going to be getting 2, but it basically doubles our tire cost there. We're going to have to somehow see that back.
I think the purse is going to be
in the purse.
I think that was one of the points on there.
And I saw the purse will be elevated, is what it said now.
So yeah, we'll see how much.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna diss it.
The biggest con is the price increase, obviously. I
just hate it when a class. I don't care what class it is. I just hate it when a class it tries to. You kind of look at Charger, I guess we'll say, as a somewhat economical late model. I mean, that's essentially what we're looking at, right?
Yeah.
And it's still, don't get me wrong, still spending a whole lot less money than a late model. I mean, don't get me wrong, we still are.
2 versus 4, still.
Exactly. I don't know. It's so.
I think
it's just the way it bothers me all the time when you up the price. And I know it's inevitable.
It's been a steady incline from where it started. 5 or 6 years ago they started running the AR Challengers, and
right.
It's slowly, they took away the ride height. This, it slowly, it becomes more of a limited late model class. So that's is what it is, I guess. And I agree with you. I don't want to see it become what it's not.
Right.
The only good I see out of it, or my favorite thing about it, is hopefully it just eliminates some of the tire games.
I agree 100% with that. I agree 100%.
Yeah, I mean, when you can have a good supply of scuffs that are good, it's not that big of a deal. But when you get when the tires were scarce and even if you got scuffs that look the same, bad scuffs are going to be hard to match up equally for everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
So I hope it eliminates the tie game. I think it will. I hope the purse is elevated to meet the cost, the increased cost. I don't know. We'll see, but I think it's good for now. We'll see how it works.
I think it's good. And
I think it needs to be tried.
And I think even you elevate the purse. I think you elevate the purse. That's good as long as it's good throughout the field.
Yeah, true.
You know,
you don't want to make it 1,000 to win, but nothing else changes.
Right. You got to help that guy that's paying just as much for his tires in the back as you are the guy at the front. Yeah. So,
like I said, I think more cars will come more consistently, even though we're averaging almost 20 a week. I don't think you'll see the fall off. If people start coming, they know they got a set of 2 scuffs waiting for them next week. They'll probably be back.
That's right.
So I think it was worth a try. I think it'll work out. I hope it does.
That's right. All right. Well, cool. Well, that gives us for this week. All right. We got to do a little housekeeping here on our picks from this past week. I do want to go back real quick. We didn't pick on the show last week. We'll kind of recap it real quick. Connor finished in last because he picked a driver that didn't race.
I was not aware of that until after. that felt like a good sneaker pick until it wasn't.
Good pick.
I finished second with who did I have? I had Austin Dillon, I think it was. And Sterling won with Ricky Sten. No, who do you have? That was this week. I'm sorry. You had week 9.
Joey
Logano. That's right.
Joey.
Yeah. So, no, you had Denny Hamlin.
That's right, Martinsville. I'm thinking Bristol.
Yeah. We're still. So, we didn't pick.
I'm screwed up.
I am too. So we didn't pick on here last week, but I messaged everybody if everybody wants to see text just to make sure. But I promise you, these two will keep us all. We'll keep each other honest. I promise.
Man, I picked Kyle Busch.
So Dua and Dua. Never mind. We ain't keeping nobody honest.
Nobody's honest here.
So since Sterling had won that one, he got to pick last, even though he threw his out first. On the text.
My bad.
Yeah. No, I'm just picking.
I was trying to fool some people, bro.
There you go. Well, I guess it worked. Kind of.
It worked for me.
It didn't work out in the long run. It worked out for your pick, though. So Connor got you picked first, and you went with
LaJoy. Corey
LaJoy. Which looked like a really good pick. I went with Chris Buescher, and Sterling went with Stenhouse, Ricky Stenhouse. He was trying to play the sneaky move like I did for Daytona. And it looked like it was working out pretty good. Y'all's guys were running really good, helping each other.
I was happy.
Until Joey Logano decided to throw a block, and it was running 20 mile an hour slower than the guys coming.
Yeah,
and he kind of he messed that up for y'all. So I hate it for y'all, but I think me with about I don't even know where he finished. I think about 12th place or so. I took the win there with Chris Buescher, moving me up to the only one with 4 wins. Y'all both have 3
Didn't
wins.
He finish third?
He might have. He might have. I don't know. I don't even know. I just know y'all.
I
just know he finished in front of y'all.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. That is all that matters. Where did y'all get?
Sterling finished in front of me.
He finished in front of you.
I remember he was in the teens somewhere, I think. And
he come back?
I think he was somewhere. And LaJoy was way back.
Was he running? I don't know. I thought he tore the car up. I don't know.
Yeah, they were running. They fixed them. They were both still running. I saw it. So anyway, well, cool. All right. Well, since that puts who was it? You were last there, Connor?
I was 2 weeks in a row.
All right, 2 weeks in a row. Connor's come home with the big last. So who you taking?
How big of a points leaks do you have now?
Not that big. Not that big. I am in the lead now with 22 points. Sterling, you are in second with 20 points. And Connor has 18 points.
Ooh.
So we're still really close.
Oof.
Long ways to go.
Yeah, that is pretty close.
Where are we at this week?
long ways
Kansas?
to go.
What's that?
Where are we at this week? Kansas?
Dover.
We are at Dover. this
Dover.
week.
Oh, never mind. There's a
Dover.
We are at Dover this week.
Dover.
So Connor gets to go first.
Kansas. Okay.
We're not in Kansas
Well,
anymore.
I know what I'm
Dorothy.
picking for Kansas. I already had it in mind. Well, Dover. Ooh. I'm going to go with Bowman. It's been a Hendrick track in the past.
Bowman.
That's a good pick.
I think I already picked. You already picked.
All right.
Bowman. It is.
Who you want?
I got my pick. My first pick was Bowman, but my second pick is Chase. So I'm gonna take Chase.
Chase Elliott on the comeback tour. Do y'all think Fox has given him enough
Just a little bit.
coverage?
Oh my goodness gracious!
Do you know they said? Do you know they said their ratings were down? What was it? 17%.
Crazy.
I was like, "Jeez!" Just from
He's
Chase
the most
not being
famous,
there.
popular driver.
Why-
He's
why
the
is
most
that?
popular driver.
Why is that?
I don't get it.
I like him.
He's
I just
okay.
don't. I just don't think he has the personality.
He's not a personality person by any stretch of
No.
the imagination. I don't know why people like him. I don't have any idea. Maybe it's the mustache. I don't know.
Maybe so. Maybe so. I am going to go with man. This is tough. I'm getting I'm going to take man that was hot there first part of the season, come up with some last minute wins. I think he's going to come up with another last minute win somehow in the Hendrick camp. William Byrne.
Willie B.
Oh, Willie B.
That's who I was going to pick.
Took
Actually.
all the Hendrick cars.
Yep, we sure did. It's a Hendrick
about-
week. It's
yep.
always tends to be a Hendrick show going on there. Cool. All right. Well, what else we got, guys?
I don't know, man. I got some dinner waiting on me here, so I'm pretty good. I'm done.
I'm ready for that myself. How about
Yeah,
you?
I can eat two.
Did you have soccer today?
I did. Yep.
Fun.
Yeah, we only got about 5 more games in playoffs.
Oh, how about that?
Yep.
How about that? Well, cool, guys. Well, I'd like to always thank our good friends that come on here. Thank everybody for coming on here today. Bob Gardner, Tommy Sheppard Jr., Tillie time, Mike Tillie. Appreciate him coming on here. Also appreciate Derek McGrew Sr. dropping in real quick for us. But also can't do it without all our affiliates, guys. One being MPM. Guys, head over to marketwithmpm.com. You, especially you young guys, you're getting in the racing game here. You got to have a good marketing partner behind you. Somebody knows how to do it. Nobody better in the business than Tanya McAllister over at MPM. So head over to marketwithmpm.com. Get with her today. Also, all our other great partners, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Profab Headers and Exhaust, Dixie Made, Rev Max Racing, and all the others that help us out. Well, I'm on work on this car a little bit more. How about my spoiler over there, buddy? You see it? Check it out.
Oh, man.
How about
That
my
looks
puzzle
pretty nice.
pieces?
Yeah. Looks good. Door looks good, too.
Door look all right?
Oh, yeah.
It look like it match all right?
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
I don't know about perfect, but it's good enough.
It looks good on the racetrack.
Look
It
good.
looks really good from
It
here.
looks really good from afar. It looks really good.
Really good
afar.
from here.
All
Really
right.
good from here.
Oh, good.
Looks good from Blenheim.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, everybody. Well, we sure appreciate y'all hanging out with us again here on another episode, and we will should be back next week. We sure appreciate y'all.
See you.
Later.